friends, to all my regular subscribers, welcome back. How you doing? Have you tried the bread sauce recipe from last week? How was it? And to all the new friendly faces here, welcome. My name is Rudakova, I'm a professional chef and I'm so excited to see you here. Today we are going to learn a thing or two about grains, discuss 3 main cooking methods and sharpen our newly obtained skills by cooking famous and widely beloved Japanese short grain rice. Without further ado, let's go! Rice is no doubt one of the most important grains in the world. A large proportion of the human population of our planet heavily relies on rice as the main staple food in its diet, especially Asia. The number of the dishes one can make using rice is literally countless. Paella, sushi, pilaf, arancini. And the variety of the rice itself are numerous. Basmati, arborio, jasmine, bomba, pecan, just to name a few. Nevertheless, regardless of all those varieties, there really are just 3 main cooking methods for all types of rice: pilaf cooking method, risotto, and simmering methods. Pilaf method is very similar to braising. First, you sauté dry uncooked rice in oil and then cook it in an appropriate amount of water or stock, preferably in the oven. Risotto method starts as the pilaf, but the liquid is added gradually to rice while continuously whisking until the rice is just al dente. By the way, don't you ever serve fully cooked risotto rice. This is simply not risotto. This is a sin against humanity. Never do it. Just don't, especially to an Italian. Simmering method, however, is probably the most common of the rice cooking methods and the one that we are going to use today to cook Japanese short grain rice. Not to be confused with sticky rice, although it's sticky as well, but a different variety of rice on its own. In simmering method, it is preferred to know exactly the amount of liquid you need to get your rice fully cooked. But if you're not too sure, it's better to add more water and then just drain it off like in pasta making. However, some people may disagree here because many of the nutritious properties of the rice are drained off with this water. So it's totally up to you. For an approximately 4 portions of rice, we will need 2 cups of short grain rice, 2.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of sugar. I swear, this recipe is so quick and simple, you won't believe yourself when you do it the first time. But first things first, let's wash our rice in warm, not hot water. I prefer to rinse it 2-3 times and then sort of massage it a bit to remove the last bits of starch and possible dust. All in all, rinsing 6 to 7 times. Again, don't overdo this process either. You are washing away nutrients, especially if your rice was enriched with them post-milling. Many of the white rice varieties receive vitamin coating, and they should be described as enriched rice somewhere on the packaging. Once the rice is washed enough, cover it with cold water and let it stand there for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, take a small bowl and mix vinegar, half a cup of water, salt and sugar until they are completely dissolved. It may take a while, that's why I personally prefer to do it right at this stage. And yes, you can totally use your white wine vinegar and apple cider vinegar. Japanese rice vinegar is more delicate in flavor and therefore it's more preferred for this recipe, but honestly, not many people can spot the difference in the end product, so you can totally cheat here. I won't tell anyone. Okay, half an hour passed and we can proceed to actual rice simmering now. Pour your rice into a medium-sized pot. Add 2 cups of water and cover tightly with the lid. Once the rice got to a boiling point, you can reduce it to simmer and cook with the lid on for about 5 minutes until all the water is absorbed. Here, it is very useful to have a glass lid So you don't need to open and close the lid every time you want to check on rice. Even with one such act, a substantial amount of steam escapes the pot. So if you consider yourself an impatient cook and you don't have a glass lid, just put more than 2 cups of water right in the beginning to compensate for that vapor loss in the process. Once all the water is gone, take the rice off the heat and pour over the vinegar mixture. Don't attempt to mix the cooked rice at this stage. Just pour the vinegar mixture over as evenly across all the surface of the rice as you can, close the lid and let it stand on the stovetop for at least another 5 minutes. Easy, I told you. Now, that's one perfectly cooked Japanese short grain rice. You can serve your rice with whatever dish your soul desires. But here is a food pairing suggestion for you. You remember a few weeks ago I posted a video about sweet and sour sauce? Linked above and in the description below. Well, sweet and sour sauce, short grain rice and seitan make a perfect vegan delight. Try it out and let me know what you think. Okay, that's it for today, guys. But before you leave, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel. I post culinary related videos every 2 days. I promise a bunch of useful and amazing content coming your way soon. I appreciate it. Arigato!